I remember when WizardLiz first burst onto the scene and she got famous and viral very quickly. She didn't do anything wrong, she didn't say anything wrong, but I remember thinking, what she's saying has been said 1,000 times before. She's not saying anything new, she's not saying anything unique, so why is she so popular compared to so many other feminist writers, activists? Why this particular woman is so popular? And I remember putting it down to the fact that she's very stunning. And as women, we need to realize, we need to acknowledge that we follow the content creators that we do because we want to look like them. There's a million beauty content creators out there. You follow the ones you do because you want to look like that particular person. There's a million fashion content creators out there. You follow the ones you do because you want to look like that person. There's a million feminist women's rights activists on the internet, but you followed Liz because you wanted to look like Liz. She appeals to a very young demographic, which was obviously fine. So the younger demographic that's growing up in this age of social media, they no longer need to read feminist books because now they can go on YouTube and type in WizardLiz and everyone like her and get women's rights advice from them. We know what we know about her childhood and it's horrific. I think anyone who is trying to make fun of that, you should be ashamed of yourself and you should shut the fuck up, basically. She obviously still has a lot of hurt because even though she's been doing social media for a long time, her escaping her bad childhood and becoming rich and famous happened very quickly. So she hasn't healed. I don't know if she's ever gone to therapy. I don't watch her content. I've seen her clips and every time I see her clips, I've never disagreed with her. But you can tell she has a lot of hurt and pain and anger inside of her. And this is the same for all of you women's content creators that preach dating advice and this is how you get a man to like you, this is how you keep away the brokies. A lot of you women on the internet who are doing the type of content that Liz was doing, including Liz, you have genuinely convinced yourself that you are high value women, that you are the prize, that you have decented men, purely because you're no longer dating broke men. And obviously, I agree that you should not be dating a brokey man, but you guys have convinced yourself that you are the black cat and you are the prize and that you are owed a rich man. If you are seeking a man in any way possible, whether it's seeking a rich man instead of a poor man, seeking a man for marriage and children instead of dating, sex, and just situationships, you still haven't decented men from your life because your life, your goal, still revolves around getting a man for a specific purpose. I see this all the time. There's so many dating coaches on the internet. I can't even say dating because what you're preaching is fucking prostitution because that's who you are. You are telling women, don't seek a broke man, be a black cat, be a high value woman, go and sit at a bar and wait for the rich man to come and pay your bill. Shut the fuck up, you slag. I don't believe Liz ever preached going to a bar and waiting for a rich man to come and pay your bill because you're a broke bitch yourself. But still, that was the kind of content that you are the prize and men are below you, but you should still seek men as long as he is rich. I think it really has been bothering Liz that even though she's been rich and famous for quite a long time, no rich man has proposed to her, no rich man has pursued her for marriage. Think about it, all of the social media content creators, like especially from 10, 15 years ago, they all ended up marrying rich and famous men. Either they married rich content creators themselves or they married outside of the content creation business, but they still married millionaires or even sometimes billionaires. So I think it really bothered Liz that no rich man had pursued her. And the reason why no rich man had pursued her, I really hate to say this, but you guys need to learn this. When men say we seek peace, we only want peace, I finally understood what that meant. First of all, why would anyone pursue a relationship if it doesn't bring you peace? Obviously, men and women should be the same. They should be seeking peace. And we as women also know that when a man says he wants peace, what he means is he wants his woman to shut the fuck up and let him get away with the things he wants to get away with. Rich men are just broke men, but with money. Rich men also don't want to be held accountable. A woman like Liz is going to hold them accountable because she's a bitch. Because she's talking too much, basically what I'm doing. She's talking too much, she's complaining too much. So if you're a woman like Liz, no man will want you because you're criticizing too much. A man, whether he's a brokey or whether he's rich, a man will have the most perfect woman in front of him, her personality, her sense of humor, her looks, everything's absolutely what he dreamed of. He'll still marry the woman that's going to be quite a little bitch and never hold him accountable for anything. That's just the way it goes. I'm so sorry to break it to you if you're too fucking stupid enough to not know that already. But then, along comes Landon, a rich man. A rich man comes along and he lets Liz be herself. He lets Liz carry on criticizing men, and Liz is stupid enough to believe, wait, he genuinely thinks I'm the prize, like I've been believing I'm the prize, so of course he's the love of my life. But the irony is that Landon never loved Liz because of how she is. He just pursued her because she's the only one who's rich and famous that can elevate his social status, and also because she's stunning. This gerbil looking motherfucker knows he would never get somebody as beautiful as Liz. And Liz, being the stupid woman that she is, she also knows that she will never get a rich man like Landon to approach her who actually wants to marry her. She's getting fed up of the fact that she is single. She's getting fed up of the fact that no rich man wanted to marry her, no rich man wants to give her kids. And then, and this is a problem with a lot of you religious, liberal women, you can't decide if you want to be religious, you can't decide if you want to live your liberal lives. When it comes to the topic of marriage, Liz tells him about the Islamic nikah, so it's a religious marriage, but it's not a legal marriage. He's obviously said yes to it, because in his mind, well, I don't have to technically legally marry her and put my assets towards her, because this religious marriage will not be recognized in any law in a non-Muslim country. And Liz is stupid enough to believe, oh my god, this rich man is agreeing to let me live my religious fantasy. And this is why she didn't make him sign a legal marriage certificate. This was an arranged marriage between both of them. arranged by both of them. If you watch all of those videos where all of the Liz fans like, oh my god, they're going together, oh my god, but wait, it doesn't matter if he's not on her level physically, because she said she likes nerds. I don't know where this pro-nerd, socially awkward man propaganda came in. Nerdy men are fucking disgusting. Nerdy men have no social man, they have no social etiquette, they have no social awareness. They're literally the epitome of a man-child inside the home and also outside the home. Like, you literally have to be his fucking mommy and speak for him in public instances. And all of you WizardLiz fans like, oh my god, she finally found her nerdy rich man. Like, shut the fuck up, please. They're not actually married. Their religious Islamic marriage is not recognized in a non-Muslim country. He's not a Muslim man. That's why he doesn't acknowledge it. There's also a lot of Muslim men out there who don't even acknowledge Muslim marriages until the law forces them to. But he went along with it because him being associated with her, of course it elevated him. So apparently when this first happened, and it happened so quickly, I don't know who he was. Did anyone know who he was? But we were told he's so rich, and yeah, he's famous in the gaming world, or he's a bit of a nerd. But so he might have been rich, but he wasn't like mainstream famous. And because of her, he got mainstream famous. And Liz, because she believes she's a prize, so of course she believes this rich man is finally going to give me marriage. This rich man is finally going to let me be myself. This rich man is finally going to give me a child. This is why she allowed herself to get pregnant. Please, it takes two to tango, please. And this is why she's going to keep the baby, and she is going to get back with him, because again, she genuinely believes that she's the prize, and she genuinely believes she's going to convince herself. But he just made a mistake. It's okay, he made a mistake. Because he's not a Muslim, he didn't really realise that it is definitely a marriage. He didn't really, but I'll forgive him because we have a kid to raise and the money will far outweigh the problems. When you watch all of the old videos, it's the most awkward thing ever. Like, they're so awkward towards each other. There's no love between each other because both of them chose each other for a certain aspect of each other's life. He wanted to be famous, she wanted money. Both of them have that now.